I got told earlier this week that men with beards are seen as more trustworthy than men without. Well, whether you believe that or not, I certainly do, and I believe Matt and Ben in this give a stellar performance, and which overall is probably a pretty underwhelming film. But I actually really enjoyed it. I often go back to Martin Scorsese's description of Avengers or Marvel films or superhero films in general, which is that they feel more like theme parks than they do movies. Now, I think if you actually apply that logic to a lot of other films that you go and watch, you have a lot more of a better time, especially when you can just sit at home, turn on Netflix and watch the latest film with two of the biggest actors in the world. I think it doesn't need to be taken that seriously. It's okay to just sort of switch off and go back to your regular viewing or pause it and go to the toilet at any point. You don't feel that you've paid that sort of 10, 15 pound over here in the UK anyway for a cinema ticket to go and sit and watch this. Because if I did, I probably would have been a little bit underwhelmed. There's sort of a build up in this film to a great twist. And whilst that twist is it's explained well, I think, when Matt Damon's character's sort of going through in the back of the van and that sort of scene and explaining how they've caught them out, it feels rewarding, but not in the same sort of way, in that the Knives Out films, for example, have a great twist, which eventually is like a penny drop moment that the whole audience goes, that's what we were missing. There are parts that are missing, but overall it does feel pretty obvious of who is setting who up here, right? It just starts off as a lot bigger of a mystery and then sort of fades out near the end. And the third act especially just becomes sort of a stereotypical Netflix action thriller. It's almost like they realised they potentially spent a little bit too much time inside one house and a little bit too much talking, which I was really enjoying actually. And then just sort of went, okay, we need to do some sort of crazy car chase scene happening at the same time. And yeah, I didn't really enjoy that aspect of it. But going back to my original comment, I think if you go into this with the sort of thoughts that this is a sort of theme park and you don't need to necessarily go on everything and enjoy every aspect of it, you can just have fun with different parts of it, then it's actually okay. And overall, I think Ben Affleck gives a great performance in this. In the first 10-15 minutes especially, I was really, really gripped. I think the sort of style that it started out as gently sort of tapered off. I think it could have been a lot more sort of nitty gritty. And could have been a little bit more in depth about the characters and sort of how they could fuck each other over potentially to gain or to earn money. And yeah, I know they're trying to do a one-off. I think they could have done sort of like a one-shot through this that could have made it a little bit more interesting. It just felt like it needed something more from a story perspective to make it actually worthwhile, having all these really great actors in it. And overall, it is actually a good story. It just lacked something. So yeah, if you really want to go out and enjoy a film and just have some kind of Friday night to get a pizza in, you're having friends around, you've got family around, you want to just enjoy something with the kids maybe, if they're a little bit older of course, then I would really recommend this film. It was really good fun. I'd probably sit it at around the 6 out of 10 mark. I'm trying to get better at rating things at the moment because I feel like you rate it against a couple of things. 10's like the best film you've ever seen and 0's the worst you've ever seen. But sometimes there are places on the chart that don't always make complete sense. And I'm not putting this at 6 being a bad film. I had fun during it. It's not something I'm probably going to go out my way to watch again. And the fact that it's on Netflix makes it a little bit disposable. So it kind of loses that sort of premium quality, I guess you could say. So yeah, overall for me, I'll probably give this a 6 out of 10. It was an enjoyable film. Let me know below what you guys thought about it. Let me know what you guys think about the twist and whether that actually brought anything. But for me, they lack something here with this film. So let me know down below what your thoughts were on this film. And also remember, please like, comment, subscribe. Any activity on the channel is better than nothing. And I really genuinely do appreciate it. But for now, I'll see you guys next time.